Yo, what is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a good start to your 2026. We're just going to go ahead and jump into it here. So, this is from the Civil.gg tournament that took place a few days ago. Basically, what it was 125 people, I think, that ended up joining this thing. And it was a winner takes $500. There was no prize for second, third, or fourth place or anything like that. But it was a really fun experience. It was a regs tournament too, which I really like. We got to have more of these regs tournaments, man. I think it gets more of the community involved. There's a lot of people I feel that might not have the time to build and spend a lot of money on a cut team to compete at the very top. So, it was really cool to be able to finally compete in a regs tournament. I'm a regs player myself, so obviously I really enjoyed the opportunity. So this is going to be, I made it all the way to the semifinals. I ended up losing that game by 7. This game right here is the game before the semi, so this would be the quarterfinals against Mongi Get Dough. I've heard he's like kind of like a pro player. I don't know if how true this is. I've heard he's won like other tournaments and stuff too, but I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is. I mean, he was a good player nonetheless. I mean, there's definitely no denying that after playing him. I mean, as you guys can see, I'm actually LSU here and I'm down 7. I'm going to do the second half only because if I was to break down the entire game, it might take forever. So we're just going to do one half. Down 7 here. Keep in mind, there is stadium pulse because for whatever reason, I, you guys are going to have to explain to me about EA and how connected they are with their player base because I always enjoy playing people in neutral sites to avoid the stadium pulse, no RNG, just straight ball. And for whatever reason, they think it's a great idea to take it out. So someone get EA reconnected back with the community, please. That would be great. Alrighty, y'all. So getting into the breakdown here. We're down 7. This dude's a good player. It's a very meta tournament. You're pretty much going to see that almost every time that you play in one of these big tournaments, right? You're going to get a lot of the meta, the best stuff in the game, best plays, yada, yada, yada. You know the deal. Very important you score every time you touch the ball. Right now, I'm down 7. I have to score on this drive or the game's likely over. We have Barry and Brown, one of the best kick returners in the game. And we're going to find a little soft hole right there, take it all the way back to the house, tie the game up. Probably one of the turning points in the game, in my opinion, because had we not scored to start the second half and he gets a stop, then the game's likely over. When you play against these people that run, a lot of they're really good with like their bunch sets and their route combinations. Very hard to stop. I don't care how good of a defensive player you are. Your goal is to play for 1 or 2 stops. Basically, is every time should be your goal when you're on defense in this game. So obviously tie it up, 21-21, new ball game. So he's going to be a bunch tight end, I think, the entire duration of the second half. I could be wrong on that. He might have switched it maybe like 1 or 2 plays, but you're going to get bunch tight end pretty much the whole second half here. Now, a couple mistakes that I noticed off rip, right? One, his strong side of the formation's on the left, mine's on the right. You could tell because I have um 2 defenders right here. Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to learn this drawing tool. 2 defenders over here to his 3 receivers, right? We need to have either this guy needs to move over, or we need to move this guy over here. Someone that needs to be over there, right? Because we need to make sure that we have enough bodies to account for his 3 receivers right here, and you guys are about to see exactly why. So right here, we're very vulnerable to the RPO game, right? He has 2 blockers. We got 2-on-2 right here. So I'm going to draw this out. We could go 2-1, 1-on-1. This guy's going to be forced to make a play on this guy unless we get a switch over here. That way, maybe I can play the RPO. Now, RPOs are something that I'm always very cautious about. I'm always looking for RPOs, always on defense. That's the first thing I'm always looking for. So we're going to go and play this out here. So right now, I really need to be moving this guy probably over to this side. Maybe running like a Mabel. So we're going to run it. Of course, the one time I'm not ready for it, he throws the RPO. Immediate switch stick. Like I'm telling you, I immediately recognized RPO because I know if we can't fight off this block right here, he's probably going to get blocked. This is your crease right here for a touchdown. So it's very important that you pay attention to RPOs. Use your switch stick to your advantage. We do a pretty good job here of forcing the ball back kind of inside. We shed the block too. We get a user shed, which was huge. I mean, that's if we don't fight off this block here, touchdown, right? So it's very important that you pay attention to your RPOs, switch stick to try to at least put your user in a spot where you can win on the RPOs or save yourself. So instead of a 60-yard explosive, It's a 10-yard gain, which is fine. He's always going to run his bunch to the wide side of the field, which is always very important. So right here, I make the proper adjustment here. We have not two receivers anymore guarding the bunch set. Now we're right. Now we're right. So we got 4 defenders for his 3 receivers. If he runs RPOs, we're going to have extra bodies because they can't. These 2 guys aren't going to be able to block all of these guys right here. Actually, we got 5. You can take account my user. So definitely going to be better defense here. As you can see, he's going to snap the ball here, and it looks like we have the tight end ran on a drag. He had a running back go on a Texas route. We got a stem down corner coming from this guy. Streak, slot fade. So this is just one of those meta things that you see all the cut pros run, right? Stem down corner, slot fade, streak, drag, Texas. Meta, okay? It's just what it is, what it is. That's just what you're going to see a lot this year. Just gets a lot of space. Right here, we do a great job switch sticking. When you play these meta players, I don't care how good your user is, you're not going to be able to guard every single route on the field. I mean, these guys build their offenses to attack areas of the field where your user can't guard multiple routes at once. I mean, that's how these things become meta. So right here, we have to take advantage of our switch stick. You have to be a switch sticker if you want to play this game at an elite level. And then right here, we do a pretty good job. So we immediately switch stick to take away the stem down corner route. If he wants to throw the ball, he's going to have to fit we have a bail right here by our DBs. If he wants to throw this ball and complete it, he's got to complete it somewhere down in this range and coverage, and we'll live with that. We have a hook right here, I believe, who's going to probably take away. He could obviously throw this drag right here, but this guy's going to take away the Texas route coming across. So right now, if we're going to give up anything, this is probably the guy we want to give up the ball to, just for the simple fact that we don't want to give up an explosive. And we'll make a tackle here for maybe like a 5-6 yard gain at worst case. He ends up throwing it away. I don't know why he didn't try to dump it down to his tight end here. Moving on to the next play. So we're going to try to get some pressure on him. He sent 5 people out on routes. So keep in mind, it's always, football's a numbers game, right? So right now, we got these 3 guys right here. These are receiving threats. This is a tight end. He's a receiving threat. Running back, receiving threat. I took a note that last play he sent all 5 on routes, meaning that I should be able to dial up some pressure if I was to send 6 guys, right? Because these are going to be his 5 blockers, or these 5 offensive linemen right here. So if we can maybe run a stunt, maybe overload a side to get one of these guys shooting in free. I like to run a little 5-man blitz here and maybe drop this guy into a zone. We'll see what I do here. Yeah, so I zone this guy out. So it's going to be a 5. We're going to overload this right side right here to try to get pressure immediately off the edge. Let's see what he does. He sends a guy in motion. I don't know if he's trying to diagnose my coverage. But as you guys can see, we have a cover 2 here. He's going to be in a flat, deep half, split field coverage. And then we have a Mabel on this side with a cloud, curl, and obviously these guys are blitzing. So let's run the play here. Let's see what we get. So we don't get pressure, unfortunately. He must have slid his line. So we have a combination of a crosser coming across. He's going to get above this guy right here. I think this was a Texas route. We have a zig coming right here. And then this is scary right here because, as you guys remember earlier, I have split field coverage. So he's splitting to take a deep half. He's splitting to take a deep half. He's running right up the seam here. And as you guys can see, I think, if I remember right, I mean, overthrow, man. That was a wide open touchdown. We got lucky. All right, sometimes luck's going to be on your side. Sometimes it's not in this game. It's EA. It is what it is. RNG is just part of the game. It's annoying. It's frustrating as hell. It is what it is. So right here, I'm going to kind of just walk through a little bit. I'm not going to stop it at every single play. We're in cover 2 man here. Have an extra guy dropping into coverage here. We're just going to send 3 on a pirate stunt. He's going to motion his guy over. And right here, it looks like he's going to probably try to hit that corner route, which he throws it a little bit late. He did get it open. So 4th and 10 here. Big play. Like, this is a huge play. If we get off the field here, we have a chance to take the lead, which is huge. Like, you really want to make sure you get the lead on the road. It just helps a little bit with the stadium pulse. Obviously, we're going to stay in bunch tight end. I'm going to go to cover 2 man. I'm going to do the same thing, I think, with the pirate stunt. We're going to put a spy in case he wants to run with his quarterback. Typically, what I do when I play man coverage, not all the time, but I like to always kind of put somewhat of a bracket on these two slot guys, meaning that if these guys are like they have the threat of going in, out, they have all this space to work with, right? Typically, what I like to do when you get these bunch sets is if I run man, if these guys want to break on a corner route, that's like the last thing I want. Like I usually route commit these guys to the outside, and I maybe put this guy on a route commit to the inside. But what I typically do is if these guys go out, the route commit should take care of it. If they go in, typically I'll take the safety and drop them down right here to take away anything coming to the inside. It's kind of my mindset. It's just a personal preference thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's see what we got here. And keep in mind, I have a switch stick too to the other safety if I ever really want it. So right here, he looks like he's trying to overload a side. So he's now got 4 receiving threats on one side. And then we get a good switch here, which I think forces a bad throw, and then he goes out of bounds. So I think that switch stick might have forced a little bit hectic of a pass lead because he had it too. Like he definitely had it. They end up reviewing it. They give the ball to us, and we're in business here. I'm gonna go and skip forward. The first play is just a run for nothing. We're chewing clock here. We're going to come out and bunch Y flex. This is Dagger. He's been running a lot of like this cover 2, very soft coverage that he was playing all game, relying on a switch stick and a 3-man pass rush typically, which is not a bad route to go. But you guys saw the route combo that I was running. This guy's going to be running drag. He's going to be running a option route. If it's zone, he sits down right here. If it's man, he keeps going to follow the drag. And then on the back end here, the back end, streak, he's gonna run like kind of like an angle route over here, and he's gonna be on a deep cross. So this is your route combination here. Typically I'm reading the drag to the running back, to the cross to the deep end. This is typically my progression here, and unfortunately, I think if I remember right, I have a big miss here. So as you guys can see right now, yeah, we have B open coming, right? Like he's going to be open in this spot right here. I have Y open. He's got leverage on this guy right here, but this is Barry and Brown. This is a touchdown that I missed. Now, what scared me out of this throw was his user. I didn't see at the time, but if we go back just a split second here, I gotta go all the way back here. You're going to see his user. Watch downs right here. Kind of got him in a linebacker spot. Watch him right here. I didn't realize his momentum was already going this way. I mean, this is just a wide open touchdown that we missed. Like, we got to hit those. Still get a little bit of a completion. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but obviously we want touchdowns. So right here, we're in cluster halfback strong. This is one of my favorite route combinations. Basically kind of like a dagger concept or a high-low read, whatever you want to call it. So right here, streak, clear out route, drag, deep cross. This guy kind of just runs a wheel to make room for the halfback wheel here. So let's see what we throw here. So we get the drag. Playing kind of underneath. This guy's doing a good job of clearing out a deep route, or not the deep route, the deep third or fourth, whatever he's in. I can't remember if he was cover 4, cover 3 here. It looks like it might be rotating kind of like a cover 3. I can't remember exactly what he ran here. Anyways, point is, forget what coverage he's in. We're reading this spot right here. If this guy sits low and takes away the drag, we throw the cross. If this guy was to drop back deep and take away the cross, then we have the drag underneath. And that's kind of the realm that we're living in. If both of those look covered, say he runs a Mabel here where this guy's here. Maybe this guy's on the deep half and this guy plays like here. If we got like a Mabel coverage, taking away these, typically this guy's going to come in free. And then we'll throw it away from there probably. But as you guys can see, I'm sure you guys can kind of guess the read here. This guy's sitting low. Now, I do got to be careful with switch stick, so this has got to be kind of thrown in this window right here so this guy doesn't undercut me on a switch, which I end up doing, I believe, because you see him switch sticking. Put a little touch on the ball. Easy touchdown. We take a 7-point lead, which is huge. Now, he does go into trips Y over here, so I guess he wasn't in much tight end the entire half. So we're gonna see what he runs here. I do feel like he tries to run it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does. Weird dive animation there. Like I swear I dove at wherever he was at the time in the direction he was, but ended up not being the case. We dive and completely whiff on the tackle for no reason at all. He's going to go into trips tight and offset weak here. So I'm either thinking verticals. It could be a situation like this. I love this play. Maybe like a return route here. This out route. Now I think I'm in man here, so I got to be careful because this out route fries man coverage. And then obviously he might have a shot deep. I don't think he's willing to take that shot though. Let me see if this is what he ends up running. That's what I'm thinking he's gonna run. We're in man here, trying to get a little bit of pressure with a little stun on the left side with a little loop right here. So he does go verticals, but he puts this guy on a drag. He ends up hot routing this guy onto a stop route, but this out route right here just fries man coverage. He always gets leverage on who's ever coming out guarding him, usually in the backer spot. So yeah, he gets me here. I try to click on sooner because if you don't click on, your guys are going to take bad angles, as you guys see there. Trips tight end again. We end up calling cover 6 here. Basically, cover 6 is one of my favorite coverages because you get a cover 4 on the strong side. So we got quarter, quarter, deep half over here. This guy will play like a flat. So as you guys can see, cover 4 is gonna be on the strong side here, and on the weak side you just got cover 2. Because I mean, this guy, I mean, what is he gonna do against this right here, right? So we go into cover 6. It's one of my favorite coverages. I could even drop this guy into a hard flat if I wanted to Mabel that side and just take away that side completely. Can't remember exactly what he does here. I think I sent a 4-man rush. Makes a couple of hot routes. No, I sent a 3-man because I'll drop an extra guy into cover on the left. He goes to the the same combo with the verticals where he's going cross, seam, streak, out. Goes back to the out route. I need to be more aware of it in this formation that he's going to try to send that running back out on route. I think he calls a pause for some reason. So right here, we're running a cover 1 just to give him a different look here. So I got this guy's backer that's kind of mugging the center right here. He's going to go into a curl flat, I believe. Man here, man here, man here. Route commit to the inside because he can't really break out, or if he does, then he can have it. This guy, I'm kind of watching. I don't want him going out on me, so I'm playing like a bracket on him. If he goes in, my user takes it. If he goes out, this guy should have him. And then this guy is just kind of a wild card. I don't really do anything with him. Just pray that he wins. So here we go. We got a Texas 4-man stud on the defensive line. So again, man coverage, he's just killing me with this out route, right? Like this running back that goes on an out route, it's just always there. I can't remember if I see it in my user. Let me play it a little bit, stop pausing so much. I do see it. And it is what it is, man. You know, we at least saw it. We made an adjustment. So I mean, I saw it right away. I don't know how this is a catch. And then on top of that, like, how is that being a catch? How does he break the tackle, man? Like, he's getting hit as soon as he catches it. Good Lord. Yeah, you guys have got to fix your game, man. I'm not going to shit on your game too much in this video, but yeah, in case you guys haven't like realized it yet, I'm not like the biggest fan of this game. I love the game, but I hate the game. Back to a cover 6 here. I accidentally left this guy in a seam flat, I think. Maybe I fixed it. I can't remember. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we might be going to a match here. Yeah, we do. We do go to a match because he was matching here. He's matching here. We end up making the adjustment for the running back out route. So we should have a guy sitting on this. He's going to have to go here and make a tight throw, or back corner of the end zone here and make a tight throw. That's just kind of the realm we're living in. And it looks like he ends up going for it, and we're right there. I think it was a little overthrown on purpose, so I can't pick it off. Also, a little EA thing they have. I swear they have it where they make the person miss the throws. Or make the person miss the throws on purpose so they don't throw picks. Trips tight end offset week. We're going to a cover 6. I messed up. I had a cover 2 on the trip side, which is not what I wanted. We're going cover two man here. I don't know if people mean to do this or what, but this pissed me off because we're in man coverage. Why are these guys not following him? Right? Like, take a look at this. So we're in man coverage. You guys know typically, like those who know, if you're in man coverage and they flip the formation, these guys should immediately be going to wherever these guys go. You're manned up, and then for some reason they just don't move. I hate this flipping shit. I don't know if he meant to do it on purpose, but like, I don't know, man. These guys will do a lot to make sure they win. So we go cover three cloud here. I'm trying to like scramble to get guys over there. I'm sure he's trying to hurry up and snap it because I'm out of position here. I'll try to do my best, but unfortunately, he gets me. I'm not gonna sit here and like shit on people, man, but it's annoying when people do that flipping stuff. There's cheese, but then there's like cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just I think taking advantage of an exploit in the game of just dumb AIs. Regardless, we should have took the offsides penalty. So we're back on offense here, and I think I had to make a decision. I'm like, okay, do we either go for a quick score and try to trust the defense again, or do we go chew clock and try to run the ball? And if I remember right, I think we made the ultimate decision to chew clock and try to make this the last drive. XL clock was on too, so you could really take down the clock pretty quick as long as you get a couple first downs here. And I just didn't want to put this guy back on the field, man. Like his offense is shredding me. We seem to have no answer for what he's doing. We play pretty good defense on occasion, but then we just don't get rewarded. Nothing open here. I'm not really too worried about it. We're just gonna throw it out of bounds. When you're playing in a tournament like this, dude, like every play counts. Like you can't. You gotta be able to understand that there's gonna be other plays if you allow it to be. Don't force anything that's not there. So we're going to 3rd and 7 here. I got 2 plays to pick this up. Obviously, I'm gonna go for it if I don't get it. I can't punt. He comes out in double mug here. We're in a cover 3 shell. Now, I'm not sure. Just because he's in a cover 3 shell doesn't mean that he's going to drop into a cover 3. I mean, he could still blitz all 6 of these guys if he wants to. But typically, whenever you see this at a double mug and they don't shell, deep third, middle third, deep third right here. These guys are going to be playing some sort of flat. Let's see. Oh, right here. Flat. These guys might bail into hooks. These 2 backers right here. And this might be the look you get right here. Maybe he can blitz this guy too and put this guy out. You guys get the point, right? So initially when I get a cover 3 read, there's a couple things that I'm reading here. I'm reading this safety, obviously, because if I'm running a seam right here, I want to see if he's going to creep over to help. He's going to have help to the left over here as well. And another thing, I'm running dagger. I ran this play earlier in case you guys can't remember or didn't remember. Crosser, streak, deep in route, drag, Texas route right here. Basically, what I'm going to be reading here again is going to be the drag to the Texas route. If that's not open, they're playing kind of shaded down underneath coverage. Then I should be able to hit this crosser or this backside in. So I can't remember exactly what I did here, but we'll read it. Let's see what we got here. I think I tried to auto one to something. I don't know why. I kind of like the look here. So he does end up bailing, playing cover 3. Single high safety, drop, drop. He's going to be kind of playing somewhat of a flat here. Hook, hook. You guys get it. You guys know what cover 3 is, hopefully. He switched sticking around. We end up playing the safe ball here and going underneath. I'm not trying to force anything. I am not in any hurry to get down the field. I want to take off as much clock as possible. I'm not in a rush to get some kind of explosive 30-yard play. We're checking it down until we get in the field goal range and we have the time to do it. And 2 timeouts in case we burn too much time. So right here, he goes back into his base defense. We end up running power here. And I end up, at this point, I got to make a decision. Do I go down? He has no timeouts. Or no, he has 3 timeouts. Sorry, it looked like he had no for a second. Anyways, I have to make a decision. Do I go down here and do I try to kill more clock or do I just take my points? You guys know how I feel about this game in the sense of anything can happen. You can fumble at any moment. You can get a throw out a sack animation and throw a pick. I'm a big believer in taking your points. Some players might disagree with that, but if you have the opportunity to get points, just go score, man, and just take your chances on defense. I know people hate hearing that. People don't trust their defense. There's nothing wrong with trusting your defense, man. You just got to do what you got to do. You got to make a decision that you think's best in the moment. Sometimes you're going to be right. Sometimes you're going to be wrong. At the end of the day, you got to make a decision. Our decision was we have a chance to score a touchdown, and we go and take the touchdown. So right here, I believe he goes back to bunch tight end. I can't remember if he does. No, he goes to trips Y over. So trips Y over, he's ran it a few times this game and he hasn't thrown out a bit. So I'm automatically thinking run, which he does run. We miss another tackle. I struggle with user tackling in this game for whatever reason. Road to CFP, I usually tackle pretty fine. In this tournament, I just couldn't. They would just not make the tackle. They would dive the wrong way. He takes it to the 2-minute warning. Now we're back in bunch tight end. So now, of course, bunch tight end, we're going RPO or pass. He's not running it out of this. I haven't seen him running out of bunch tight end yet. I mean, this would probably be the prime time for him to do it with 3 timeouts, and I haven't seen him run out of bunch tight end. But we're going to cover 2 man. Same thing as always. Route commit out. Route commit out. I think this guy's kind of a wild card. I just kind of prey on him. But if these guys go out, my route commit should have them. If they go in any sort, I could take this guy down, or I could switch to this guy and kind of take away the inside of those receivers. Can't remember what he does here. I end up putting my defensive end in a curl flat, just to help on the outside in case they try to run something over there. So he does a pretty good job of actually bailing, because he ends up taking away this corner route. Route committed to the outside, still burns this dude, man. But thank God we made the adjustment of putting this guy in a curl flat to help scare him out of this throw, or hopefully scare him out of the throw here. We have a little drag coming right here with a deep in route, I believe, coming from the tight end. Corner route, streak, and I think he blocked his running back. So he takes his check down there for 3 yards, and we're perfectly fine with that, man. If he wants to take 3 and 4 yard check downs, we will live with that. That's just burning time. It's burning plays. Yeah, like we're taking away the explosives. That's the ultimate goal. Right here, we're in cover 4. I end up putting a Mabel on the wide side again. I don't want him running any kind of flood concept on me. I end up Mabeling both sides. We'll give up the middle of the field if we have to. He hasn't really attacked me in the middle of the field much yet. He's been attacking the sidelines. And then he kind of runs this flat. He runs a streak here, I believe. He had this. I don't know why he didn't throw that. There's the flat to clear out any kind of flat zones right here, and then he's going to run a zig to replace the flats right here, or the hooks that are sitting right here. And he ends up going straight to the zig route, which we play pretty decently. I mean, we only give up 9 yards there, I think, 9-10 yards. Not an explosive, right? We're trying to keep everything 10 yards or less. Like, that's the kind of the world we're living in. Right here, we try to send pressure. I try to do a thing where I run this little stunt here. I want these guys to clear out, so my guy can loop around right here. Does a pretty good job of getting pressure. Got a Mabel on this side. We're taking away any kind of flood concept. That's the ultimate goal here. And then I just kind of take over the middle and try to get anything leaking across the middle as best I can. But we're hoping the pressure gets in. So right here, perfect example of how it works. These guys take a body, leaves my guy coming in free on a 4-man rush. One of my favorite stunt blitzes in the game. I can't really see, but I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure he ran some flat route over there. This guy's supposed to be in a corner street. Ran flood. I Mabled that side. Hard flat not doing his job and getting out there like it should. But again, 8-yard gain. It's nothing crazy. I'm fine with giving up 8 yards. And let's see what we got. We got cover 1 here. Going back to the same thing I've been telling you guys. Basically just kind of repeating myself at this point. I'm just praying that it holds true. We got route commits on these guys on the inside here with a little kind of a bracket. I'll take over one of these guys leaking across the middle. I have a hook too in case someone tries to go in on a little in route. I drop this guy on a hard flat to take away any flat or zig. Trying to remember what he does here. Okay, so we got across here. I have to switch stick onto this guy. I don't know if I do or not, but I should be because he's got this guy beat. He's Jeremiah Smith with a lot of speed. Crossing over that way. Oh, excuse me. And then we also have a problem here because I can't tell for sure, but it looks like he's kind of winning on the stem down corner route. Now, if he throws this right here, we'll live with it. He does have that open too if he wants the first down. I'm hoping to God he takes this right here because this is a risk of maybe being a touchdown, and this is a risk of maybe being a touchdown. We do a good job switch sticking right there, and he ends up going to his tight end, which he ends up holding on to it even though the ball comes out. I'm not too upset about it. Again, we're playing for that, right? We're literally, our defense is designed right now for him to take the underneath. So we're going a bunch tight end again. We go to pinch zero here. Try to get some pressure, overload that right side. We drop into kind of like a cover 3 shell here. Outside third, middle third, and outside third with a curl flat on the strong side. Let's see what route combo he runs. Again, trying to get pressure on that right side and overload that line. He ends up blocking his running back, which is good of him. He takes a check down with the zig. So again, I'm not worried about that. Nothing really much to break down. I know he's going to flip his play, so we immediately flip our play, go into a cover 6. Again, I'm always making sure that if they have 3 guys over here, I got 4. If he has 2 over here, I need to make sure I have 3. The biggest tip I can give you guys on defense, always make sure you're winning the numbers game. All right, have more defenders than they have receivers on a side, because you don't want to be vulnerable in the screen game. If there's a situation where there's 3 receivers here and I have 2 defenders out there, like you guys saw in the beginning of the video, you're going to get RPO'd to death to a good player. Again, I'm giving him the flats. It's 30 seconds left, taking into account in the clock here. So he does a pretty good job of making a good route combo here. He misses it here, but what you guys are going to see is I believe he attacks my cover 2 side. He's starting to realize that I'm running cover 4 here, cover 2 here. He's putting a lot of stress on my safety, or I think he tries to, by going streak, and asking this guy to make a play on one of these 2 guys here. Now, I think he misses it here. He ends up going to some kind of flood concept on the right, which we do a pretty good job of taking away. He has to take his check down, but look at this. Watch this right here. Boom. This is touchdown. I don't know. I can't believe he missed the throw. For him to motion the guy out over there and then not look at this, I'm very shocked. Like, I feel like if he was motioning it over there, he should have had the eyes to see it. But this guy is well over top of the safety right here. This is the most free touchdown that we've had probably all game, and we are very fortunate that he missed it here. Now, luckily for me, I was able, after the play was over, to see what he was trying to do right here and was able to understand that I saw that he missed it. I'm pretty sure a dude of this caliber can see that he missed that read too. Typically what happens, guys, whenever someone's beating you with a certain route combination, if they miss something or you see they miss an open read, don't sit here, just because they don't throw it, don't sit here thinking you won the rep. You got to take a mental note that they are going to come back to that. A good player will always come back to something if they see a potential of success. Because why wouldn't they? I mean, like, how could you not? So right here, I made the tackle, but I had saw in the corner of my eye that he had ran 2 streaks to stress my cover 2 side. Now, I'm not going to go away from the defense. I think I'm going to drop back into a cover 6 here. Let me see if I do. No, we go into a cover 4, but I think I end up turning this side into a cover 2. Okay, I see what I'm doing now. So we're cover 4 here. Take a look at the clock. We got 16 seconds, 3rd and 3. Again, if he picks up the first down, he picks up the first down. I'm not too worried about it. We got a 3-man pass rush. Mabel on the wide side to take away the flood concept. So immediately, we flip into a 2x2 set. Just like the last play. He's noticing that I'm running a cover 2 on the back end, on the short side, the boundary of the field, meaning that he's going to try to, again, probably try to stress this safety right here. Now, I know that he knows where to go with the football against cover 2. So as you guys are going to figure out why switch sticking is such an important mechanic, this shit will win you games at the highest of levels. All right. I know that he's running streak right here. I'm not even worried about this side. We got the zones to take away this stuff over here. But what we need to do is we need to make sure that this guy doesn't get caught over the tight end again like he did the last play. Because I'm going to do a thing where you call it bait. I'm going to go and I'm going to switch on to this guy last second once he snaps it. Once I switch on to this guy, I'm going to fake like I'm watching the tight end, but I know he's going to look for this little streak going down the sideline here. And then we're going to go immediately from the tight end straight over to try to get a pick here. And I'm calling it out to you. You guys don't hear me, but I'm calling it out. So I immediately go to a switch right here. Tight end's covered up. I'm making him think that I'm taking the tight end. He's going to have, I have a flat route right there. Sitting down. You guys can't see. I have a flat route right here on this side. It's behind my webcam. He's sitting down. His receiver's coming butt naked up the sideline here. And I know he's going to go to it. But look at my body language. It looks like I'm taking the tight end, but we're going to fly over here to take it away. And we end up doing it beautifully. Again, you guys got to learn how to switch stick, okay? I know it's hard. You're going to give up some stuff at first when you do it. You're going to give up stuff while you do know what you're doing with it. As we QB kneel to win the game. You guys got to learn how to switch stick, and you guys got to learn, if you're going to take away anything from this video, make sure you're winning the numbers game. Make sure you have more DBs on the side than they have receivers, so you're not getting killed in the screen game. Switch stick and make sure you're paying attention to reads that they may have missed. Just because you get a stop or you get an incomplete pass, you still need to be taking into account what was open. Did your opponent miss something? If they missed a wide open receiver, you got to understand that they're probably going to see it too and they're going to come back to it. So always be ready for it. Have a plan. Pay attention to the formations. It was a good game here. Very good win over a good player. I really enjoyed the tournament. I end up losing by 7 in the next game. And if you guys want me to break that down, I can. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it was just a second half breakdown. A full game breakdown would take an hour and a half. And I'm not really sitting here trying to do all that. But hope you guys were able to learn something today. Hope you guys were able to just enjoy the commentary. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube, so I'm glad to be back. Y'all be easy, man. I stream on Twitch pretty often, 4 or 5 times a week. Twitch.tv/SaucySock. I'll link it down below in the description. But you guys have a good day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.